So I've heard you attribute the scar on your face to a fry cooker and to a gunshot wound in a song, but I couldn't really tell which one you were serious about.
A gunshot wound.
Oh, so that is what happened.
No.
I'm trying to figure out what bar you talking about.
I thought you said that it was shit. I thought you chalked it out. Oh yeah, you said like gunshot wounds, but people think it's acne or something.
No.
Oh, you were probably talking about somebody else's face.
Yeah, that was probably something else. I did an interview with Lando like a year back and told the story on my face. It was like I was like 12, smoking weed. Wasn't supposed to be smoking weed. First of all, my mom used to club hop a lot. You know what I'm saying? So she'd come home at like 6 in the morning and be asleep all day. So one day, I'm chilling with my friend. We smoking. I was actually 12 because it was the day before my birthday. Finna be 13. So I'm smoking. I done got high as hell. I'm like, man, I'm hungry. So me watching my cousin, she used to cook fries, but she like, you gotta let the grease get hot first, then drop the fries. So I cut the stove on high, put the grease on there, go back in my room and smoke. And totally forgot about it.
Yeah.
So the fire alarm went off. Now I'm trying to hurry up for my mama wake up because I'm damn near finna burn the house down. I run in there. The pot of fries on fire. I mind you, I'm 12, so I see fire, all I think is water.
Right.
I grab a pot, like I'm trying to ease my way to the sink. I cut the water on and fucking put the pot of grease under the water.
Oh,
and the shit just went everywhere, like hit me in the face, my whole right side of my face, my neck. And this was the hand I was holding it with, so it hit this whole arm. It just got a little bit on this hand. But I'm thinking I'm straight. I'm like, it's just grease, because it didn't burn when it hit me. I'm like, I'm just greasy. And when I got the wipe in my skin, that shit was like peeling.
Oh, shit.
Then it got the burn, and I had to go wake my mama up. I'm like, man, I don't know what the fuck happened. She screaming like, what happened? I don't want to tell her. I just kept saying, I don't know. I'm like, I weighed some grease on me. She like, what kind of grease? I'm like, the pot caught on fire. She like, oh, hell no, go get in the shower. Made it worse. I go get in the shower. Now that shit, it feel like my skin is boiling off my body. So now I'm hysterical. The hospital like 5 minutes from where we at. She fly me to the hospital. I'm hanging out the window trying to get air. I'm like, I'm finna die, ma. She like, no. I'm like, I felt like I was finna die, you know what I'm saying? So I go to the hospital. They put me to sleep. I wake up. I don't know what's really going on, you feel me? All my family there. My face feel heavy as hell, so for about 2 days, I couldn't get up. You know what I'm saying? I was just in the bed. So I finally had to pee. No, how I figured out my face was fucked up. My little cousin, she was probably like 9 or 8. Cause my whole family came to see me. Cause I was supposed to have a party that day, but it was before my birthday, so they all came. When they brought my little cousin in the room, she just bust out screaming like a monster, like she was scared. I'm like, what the fuck? So they like, don't go. Like the doctor kept telling me, if I had to go to the bathroom, don't look in the mirror. Just them saying that, I'm like, let me go look in the mirror. My fucking face was like this big over here, all black, like your shirt. I just cried myself to sleep. I sat back down. I probably didn't get up for 3-4 days to use the bathroom, and then I was literally lost. I'm thinking this how I'm finna look for the rest of my life. Like this whole side was big and black. My arm, the same way. I'm just like, I'm damn near ready to give up. I'm like, this shit, hell no. So they just telling me like, I eventually get my color back, all that, which was the worst shit ever. Like this shit 10 times worse than getting shot. Like the cleaning process.
Wow.
Like, they used to have to scrub this shit off. So I was in the hospital for like 3 weeks, came home. Now my whole arm pink, my whole face pink, neck is pink. But it almost was a 3rd degree right here. So it kind of like, they was telling me I might have to get a skin graft. But I didn't want to do that. I'm like, I just live with it, you feel me? Like, most kids probably wouldn't have did it. I come home, I'm wrapped up now every day. I gotta change wrap. I can't be in the sun like that. My mama like, you don't gotta go to school. I still wanted to go to school. She like, people gonna talk about you, all that. I didn't care. Like, it never hurt me. Like, I went to school. People used to talk about me, but I didn't care. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'll be straight. I fuck around and they told me that this hand was probably gonna be the only one that come all the way back, which is still kind of, you can see it, but it ain't bad. But this hand was 2nd degree, I think.
With the way you just described how bad it was on your face, it's actually amazing that it's only a couple little bumps over here.
That's what I be telling people, like, I appreciate this, you know what I'm saying? Because if you would have seen me then, it'd be way different. Like, people DM me all day, get that shit off your face. I'm not a dirty person, like, you know what I'm saying? If you notice this side of my face is clear.
Right.
This is a scar. It's not bumps. It's not acne. You know what I'm saying? It's a scar. These is blisters. Like, it's 3 big blisters. And if you notice, it's like a little darker over here.
Definitely can see it.
But it's not acne at all. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's still, I don't care about the shit to this day.
You would never get it fixed because it's like kind of your signature thing at this point?
Yeah, this is me.
Right. I mean, that's one thing.
That's how a lot of people know me.
Somebody can see you one time, and even if your music wasn't good, it's like they would remember you from that.
I done had people like since this corona shit, they tripping on. They like, that ain't him. That ain't him. Like, let me see your face. Pull my mask down. They like, it's him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they'll see the chain and everything, and they still would be like, that ain't him. I pull my mask down and be like, yeah, it's him. Like, and my pussy rate didn't drop. I really got more pussy when I was young because I feel like bitches was feeling sorry for me.
Do you feel like it made you tougher and funnier and able to handle your shit more? Because like you don't seem like the kind of person that would ever let you say anything about you now at this point.
Yeah, like it really made my character for real because it showed me how strong I was mentally.
Right.
I never been into a fist fight in my life.
Really?
Like, no, I did get into one fight, but I provoked it. It was some kid shit, but nothing you could say. Like, honestly, nobody, when we was kids, people used to talk about me, but since I got older, nobody ever really, you feel me? Like, they say it on the internet all them, but like nobody ever really disrespected me in my face. So it'd be like I don't care, like, cause this a part of me. Like, it's nothing you can tell me to make me feel bad or feel like I'm ugly. I still feel like I'm cute. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, hey, I respect that, man.
It's just like a confidence. To me, it was a confidence builder. Like, it showed me how strong I was mentally.
Right.
Nobody ever made me mad about it. Like, I never was mad. Like, oh, they talking about my film. I'm gonna get the shit fixed. Never.
You guys ever have day jobs?
Hell yeah.
Let's hear about it.
I ain't gonna lie, Mike was the reason I got my first job.
I stayed working. Cause
Mike came from a working family.
Okay.
Yeah, I came from, well, my daddy's side was the working side. My mama's side was the side in the streets.
Okay.
But shit, selling dope and shit wasn't working out for me. So
that's not easy, huh?
It wasn't. I kept falling off. Selling weed kept falling off. It just wasn't for me.
Robbing people, stealing shit.
Breaking houses. That's how I used to survive, bro. I was a B&E artist.
Wow.
Honestly,
for years?
A fun fact.
For years.
When me and Mike met, like, it was just, at first, like, I just distanced myself. He used to steal TVs. And I used to be like, man, I don't know.
I like this guy, but I don't want to lose my TV.
Yeah, I'm like, but we got closer and closer, and I realized, you feel me?
He's not gonna take my TV.
Yeah. Like, but this was Mike was the reason I ever wanted a job, honestly, because my daddy wasn't in my life. My mama worked her ass off, but that made me not want a job, because I'm like, she working every day. How the fuck is we still late on bills? How the fuck can I still not get shit I asked for? I'm like, even as a kid, I used to be like, I don't feel like a job is enough. I was so intelligent, I add up my mama whole paycheck for the year, and I'd be like, at the end of the year, you making this. You making a set amount of money. You not even gonna see all that money, though. You will never in your life be able to buy a fucking Lamborghini.
Right.
It just don't work like that.
So that made you always want to get creative?
It made me just, honestly, I just always wanted more. Like, I done did everything from stealing, robbing people, selling drugs, working jobs. I done worked jobs. I probably never had a job for more than 2 months though. Cause after so long, it'd be like, this shit still ain't going nowhere.
When
I
you
always knew though, like it's like just with me having my mindset I had, I'm like, I don't know how, but I'm gonna be a millionaire one day. Cause I just couldn't settle for, you know what I'm saying?
I know how, because we used to talk about it a lot.
A lot.
about how you were going to get to that point.
We didn't know how, but we just knew it was gonna happen.
Something
we never
was gonna
thought rap
happen.
though, honestly. We was thinking about robbing people for a lot of money, trying to find the best way to embezzle a bank. We was thinking just
whole
like
bunch
we used
of
to
shit.
smoke a lot of weed and just think about how can we get rich.
Right.
Never thought it'd be from rapping, man.
Did you even know how much money you could make as a rapper?
No.
Hell no.
Right.
Because we, like I said, we never seen it hands on. We seen the entertainment side, and you hear so much, you really don't know.
It's like unapproachable when you don't know anybody in the business, but then you meet somebody
Like
who's
when
in
I
the
met,
business, and it's
honestly,
kind of
when I met
understandable.
Peasy,
Right.
that was my. He showed me a $20,000 check, probably the first day I met him.
From like a streaming service type check. Yeah.
Then I rode with him. He picked up like $10,000 for shows. Like he like, this ain't even all the money. I gotta get the other part when I go to the. Yo, watch this. Sold a verse for $7,000. He like, I just made $50,000 honestly today. Yo, that made me right there like this shit serious. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because from my perspective, rap was like, I used to feel like it was just a show. Like I used to think like they ain't really that rich. They not really making that much money. When Peasy showed me that shit, it showed me like this. Then when he told me how much he liked in my music, I'm like, I damn near gotta do it, because Peasy was somebody that we
looked up
like.
to.
Team Eastside was serious to us when we was growing up. Like
Right.
I
For
thought
real.
this was the, you feel me?
Because I had never watched his interviews or really like listened to him that much before I started listening to you guys, and then I went back to see like what you were kind of influenced by and shit around that time that you first started fucking with him. I was like, this guy's incredible. So how long could we expect him to stay locked up? I mean, obviously,
He'll be out top of the year.
Top of the year, yeah.
that's crazy. We got to get him on.
Hell yeah, and he the fucking GOAT.
But who met Peasy first?
Me.
Oh, so you met him first, and then
Louis met
Louis
him
Ray
first.
met him.
Louis
Okay.
Ray met him first, honestly.
But all right, it's this guy from Flint named KD. He been rapping for a long time too. He always was tied in with the Detroit rappers, like not on the music tip. We'd go down there, drink lean, whatever. I did a song with KD called Indictment Talk. So me, KD, and my brother that's locked up right now, this is who I was with every day with Peasy. It was me, Peasy, and my brother. So we did the song, me and KD. And KD had already knew Peasy, had songs with him, all that. So they go down there, chilling. KD let him hear the song, really just like letting him hear his part. Like, listen to this song. Peasy like cut the song off, like, who is the nigga rapping after you? My brother like, that's my little bro, woo woo woo. Yo, I wanna meet the nigga. They called me with Peasy on the phone. They like, man, Peasy fucking with you. He said he wanna woo woo. I'm like it blew my mind. I'm like, Team Eastside? I'm like, what? So I still really wasn't, I'm like, he probably just liked my music. It got to the point he was calling every day when they go down there like, man, bring the nigga down here. But at the time I was working and I had just got my own little crib. I got a son. So I'm like, I want to go down there, but I really don't got time because I still got to make ends meet at home. I can't be in the studio for 12 hours and come home like, I ain't got no money, but I did a hard-ass song. So I'm like, we'll figure it out. So one day, because me and Louis, I was like, Louis had been rapping, but I was on a couple of his CDs, but like he ain't used to press me for real because he knew I didn't care about rap. So I think he posted a song we did. Cause Louis knew Peasy too. He had did a song with him back then. And Peasy wrote him like, you know Rio? Louis like, that's my real brother. He like, bring the nigga down here tonight. He like, I wanna rap with him. So Louis called me, and now with Louis being a rapper, he know a little more. So he like, bro, I think you should do it. He like, cause shit, this might be a big look. So I'm like, fuck it. I called off work. I'm like, let's go see what's going on. We go down there. So we find a beat. Peasy like, the beat we had, he like, nah. He like, I got a beat I bought from a nigga. So we like, shit, we'll pay you for the beat, woo woo. In my head, I'm still thinking like, we gonna have to pay him for the feature, you know what I'm saying? So we do the song. I go first. I went in, this one I was in my like tripping. I go in the studio, come out 2 minutes, did my verse. I hear him out there scream like, man, this nigga so hard, woo. So when I come out the booth, he like, man, we finna make 1 million songs together. So Louis like, what we owe you? Y'all nigga, y'all don't gotta give me shit. Y'all don't gotta pay for nothing, bro. Y'all just rap. So from there on, I'm like, fuck it, let's get it. We end up doing that song. We came down there to do the video. Peasy like, get in the car with me. I'm like, what? I hop in the car with him by myself. My brother and them follow us. He took me to his street where he grew up at, bagged in his granny driveway, and gave me one of the realest talks ever.
Yeah, it sounds like he did you this huge service by putting you on so much game and really showing you what the shit was, what was possible.
He asked my brother and them like, cause they came down there, we about 5 cars deep, they got on jewelry, all that. He like, y'all niggas ain't putting no money behind this nigga? They like, shit, he ain't. Basically, I wasn't serious enough.
Had you had anybody really acknowledge your talent like this up till that point? Was he the first person that believed in you like that?
No,
especially
like
somebody who was at that level.
He was the first person, like outside of the family, like
right.
All my niggas like loved it, like. But I used to be like, y'all probably gonna like it because y'all my people. But so it ain't never really affect me. But when he told me he loved it, I'm like, I might have something. And he just kept saying it like, if you rap, bro, he told me out his own mouth, if you keep rapping, I feel like you'll be bigger than me, bro. You don't know how unique this shit is. So now we locked in. He done showed me everything. He telling me what to do. I'm like, shit, listen to this song me and my nigga Mike did. Lucid Nightmare. I play that for him. I swear for God, we listened to that song for an hour, man. And every time he played it back, he laughed. Laughed to get harder. Every nigga pull up, he like, hey, come here, y'all listen to these niggas, dog.
Right.
Everybody he letting hear it, like tripping, like what the fuck wrong with y'all? Woo. I'm like, that's Mike. Man, I damn near press Mike on Peasy. I'm like, this who you feel me, I'm more comfortable rapping with. So once he seen how unique this shit was, he just used to tell me like, rap. That's all he used to say is rap. I fuck around and catch a case, a pistol case, get out, PFI. My brother had just got locked up. It was just me, Peasy, and my brother for months. He get locked up. Peasy fighting in his case, he finna go in, like he getting closer to his sentencing date. So when I get out, he called me, he like, bro, I need you to rap. He like, I'm finna go to prison, bro in prison. You can't get indicted too, y'all. Then you feel me?
Right.
I'm like, hell no, I ain't gonna get indicted. I'm finna rap. Fuck it. At this point, I'm all in now. So I'm telling my girl, I'm finna go to Detroit for days and rap. I fuck around and get indicted 2 weeks later.
Wow.
So now I'm like, fuck, Peasy, mad as hell. He like, I told you, bro. Woo.
You got indicted for what this time around?
Conspiracy.
Okay.
Phone tap.
Wow. So they're on you.
So I'm like, now I'm back discouraged, you feel me? I go to, they grab me. First case, all that. The officer that arrested me tell me like, don't worry about it, you'll be home before I get off work. I see people do this all the time, you gonna get a bond. So I'm like, cool. I fuck around and didn't get a bond. So when I go to court, they bring up a music video in court.
Oh, shit.
I'm like, man. So now I'm like, fuck rap.
What were they pointing to specifically? Lyrics? Like shit you said you were doing?
And then it was a video where we killed a federal agent, supposedly.
Right.
But it was obviously fake.
Had you even thought about the fact that this might be a thing?
It was really the cameraman idea. Like, they felt like I was taunting them.
Right.
I never knew I was being investigated.
Wow.
So that just threw me all the way off. I'm like, I'm not rapping. Because my lawyer tells me, like, you really incriminating yourself trying to rap. So I'm in jail. I was locked up for like 20 days before I got a bond. I'm in jail. I'm calling home. I'm telling the cameraman, take all the videos down. Fuck the shit. He like, you sure? All this shit talking video we just dropped damn near at 60,000 views. And back then in Flint, that shit was serious. Like 10,000 views was serious. I'm like, how? I'm calling other people like, did he buy the views? They like, everybody around this bitch talking about you. But when I walked in a federal holding county, I swear for God, bro, I walked in this bitch, everybody in the cell that was in the pod looked at me. I'm thinking I'm finna have to fight.
And you'd only been locked up for a few weeks? And
No,
all of
this
a sudden
the first
you're this
day.
hot? But you don't, oh, okay. Yeah.
It's the first day I go in.
Right.
I'm wondering why everybody looking at me. Like, I'm thinking it's a problem. A nigga walk up on me like, you Rio? How the fuck you know me? He not even from Flint or Detroit. Yo, man, you hard as hell. You rap with Peasy. I'm like, damn, niggas know me? So after that, I called home. I'm still like, fuck the rap. They like, your video is going crazy.
Right.
They like, yo, Instagram going crazy. I had just made an Instagram last year around this time probably. Or probably a few months. Like it was in last year. So nigga, I'm like,
you didn't have an Instagram at all before that?
When I met Peasy, I didn't have an Instagram.
He made us make an Instagram.
He made us. He like, you got this damn near viral for
you
your
have a
career.
Facebook, anything?
Never had a Facebook.
You weren't interested in being on social media?
Never.
You were just trying to be low key?
Not even low key. I just like I stayed to myself. I feel like that shit was just
right.
Facebook is just
other nigga just people. Music, yeah, man. He used YouTube a lot.
Like I never had Facebook, Snapchat, none of that shit.